Okay.
I'll probably never.
You said you're forcing your hair to grow out.
Yeah, I'm forcing my hair to grow out.
How do you force your hair to grow out?
Well, it's an inside job.
It's been a long day.
It's good.
It's an inside job.
Yeah.
So you're rubbing stuff together trying to get it to grow.
Yeah, you can do that right there.
Oh, there you go. Who told you that?
It stimulates. It stimulates your scalp.
Wait, no, don't you have to do that to your head?
No, it has to do with your fingernails, and it stimulates your. It has a.
Who told you this?
I don't know. Somebody
Your
a long
mother.
time ago.
I think your mother told you.
It worked though. You know, next thing you know, you turn around, and you got hair. I've never seen anybody. Talked Delaney into shaving one time, completely shaving everything off.
Right.
Said, boy, I bet you're as handsome as you used to be, man. You know, found an old photo of him, you know, and he looked all, you know, stylish and had that hair right. And didn't have, he was clean shaven. And
I know the photo you're talking about.
Yeah. Talked him into, we talked him into shaving.
Who we?
Just to see. Bonnie and me. And, boy, that was a big mistake. He came out. It looked bad, man. He'd been drinking all that whiskey and stuff. You know, he looked bad. We cracked up. He freaked out. He grew his beard in about 10 minutes. He had a beard attitude. You know, he had the slick, wrinkled up face, but a beard attitude, man. It was like, yeah, it wasn't a couple of days and he was back out there with us. God almighty,
you started that. How did you convince him to shave it off? Because he never would.
Oh, hell. It's like, found that picture. It was hand tinted, you know.
I know the photograph.
You know, I said, wow, damn, Delaney, what a good looking man you are. God almighty. And you're hiding it behind all that hair on your face. You know, I bet you're still as good looking now as you was then, you know. And that hadn't been long ago. You ought to shave that off and let's check it out, you know. But I said, you know, I think I might just go ahead and do that, you know. I'm good for a change. And it was a mistake. Yeah. I've done it to myself too, you know.
I know. You see, now I didn't want to cut your hair, but you just insisted on cutting it.
Well,
and then you said it was too long over your hair.
Truth be known, I'll get in there and whack it every now and then, and it really gets out of kilter, and you know.
It'll grow back.
Yeah, it'll grow back. Stimuli.
It's getting kind of late, and it's been a long day.
Yeah, I had one of those cereal for dinner, you know.
Oh, by the way, you know, I got the stereo up and running, and put a few different things on. And one was the Manassas record. You know, we never even talked about you.
That's what I heard. Something sounded real familiar.
Well, it was you on that record.
Yeah, I've sounded real familiar. You know, I went, well, I'll be damned.
I've never listened to it. That was the first.
That's a good record.
Yeah.
Manassas Down the Road.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Dallas Taylor was on it. Fuzzy Samuels, me, of course Stephen Stills, and Dallas Taylor. Boy, I looked up Dallas. We got along real well, you know.
Oh dear, I guess.
Yeah. We all have something in common. That's for sure. You know. I'm not talking about it.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so there, people do have, there are a lot of questions that people are still asking. Some of these things we've already gone over in older videos, but we don't mind talking about them again.
No, I don't mind.
Somebody wanted to know who was playing that lead guitar on Run of the Mill.
On Run of the Mill?
Yeah, Run of the Mill, and
I imagine that's everyone has choice.
Yeah.
When to George.
Yeah, we thought it might be Eric.
No, that's George playing the guitar on that.
Yeah. Sorry.
I can't imagine it, how we would have done it had he not played guitar. He kind of, okay, fellas, everyone has choice. When to and not to raise their voices.
Oh, God.
It's you that decides which way you will turn.
Oh, we love this.
A feeling that our love's not your concern. It's you that decides. No one around you will carry the blame for you. No one around you will love you today and throw it all away tomorrow when you rise. Another day for you to realize won't bring me down again as the days stand up on end. You've got me wondering how I lost your friendship. See it in your eyes.
Great stuff.
What a beautiful song.
Do you remember the chords to those songs?
Yeah, I know how to play it.
Do you remember the key it was in on that one? You were playing that?
Well, it's, it had a capo on it.
Ah.
So it's up here in, no man's land.
Right.
You can't call that anything down in that area there, You can't, it's
let me just ask you, did anybody have any trouble, like, learning any of the stuff?
No, hell no. I mean, we're talking about me and Eric Clapton, Carl Radle and Jim Gordon and Billy Preston.
Yeah, and I think Billy Preston knew a lot of these songs already.
No, and the only people that he, I'm going to say tutored, that's probably the wrong word, Badfinger, because he had some specific acoustic stuff,
right.
Rhythms going, specific acoustic rhythms. And he would go to, because like when you walk in the door of the studio, the double door with a great big sound, EMI soundstage, and control room was up there, up the flight of stairs. But they were to the right in the back near the wall, and they had like a acoustic tile or things on either side of them.
Right.
So they had their own like little cubicle in the way, and they were down there, and all the activity and the drums and all that were right up here in this part of the room. They were back there because there was all this live acoustic stuff. But George would go back there and play it off for them, Pete Ham and those guys. And he'd go back there and every song that he did, he'd go back there and be real special with them, And the rest of us, he really didn't suggest anything. Do what you feel like doing, do what you hear.
Right.
And but it was really great when he gave you that open door, I heard some things that I went, wow, hanging bells would be great on this tubular bells. And next thing, get back to the studio the next day, and there's a whole thing of tubular bells with a leather hammer, and I said, go to it, Bobby,
That's nice.
Yeah, so I play tubular bells on a lot of stuff. The Art of Dying is one thing, and Hear Me, Lord, and I forget the other, there's a couple more. But yeah, really left it open, I mean, that's when I was elected to play pump organ, and that really come out of left field, but there was just some of his songs like The Art of Dying, that was B3 song, Let It Down, that was B3 song, but they weren't all B3 and hard hitting like that. You know, the My Sweet Lord and a few more that were with the harmonium on them. I mean, it was just called almost like soft rock, you know, but that was not really rock. It was because it was George's music, and it had a texture to it, you know. Mm-hmm. And the pump organ, I was thanking my mama for having that thing in the house, you know, because I was the only person that could play it because there's so much to do.
Right.
And you got some things that, like two arms that are underneath the front of the keyboard. You got two keyboards. You got all these stops that you pull out, you know, and wooden stops. And then you got two pedals down here that you have to pedal, like they're big flat pedals. You have to pedal them to blow up a ballast.
Right.
And your legs, when you open that thing up, it opens the ballast up, you know, and you have to keep this pedal and keep the ballast up like a Scottish bagpipe.
I was gonna say like bagpipes.
Yeah, just like bagpipes, but you have to keep this thing going. Then you got your rhythm of whatever the song is not necessarily the rhythm you got going with your feet to keep the bag blown up, all right? So you just kind of have to cut that out. And not thinking about that one, you know. Just keep on doing that. And then get up here in the upper half and do do what you got to do up here. So it's really not very simple. And it's a whole feeling thing, but it worked perfectly for those songs, you know. It really did.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
That's what I thought. It was like just perfect for it, you know, the texture of it. Still was big, you know, it still had all the dynamics.
Yeah. That's great.
Same one they used on some of the Beatles stuff. And then there's another one, the harmonium, that had we did Try Some, Buy Some, but they didn't put that on the All Things Must Pass. It went over onto the next Material World record. Yeah. But it was, I mean, it sounded like mandolins.
Right.
And then when they did it on, when they finished it out, they put an orchestra playing it. Cool. It was great. It's great to hear your stuff like suddenly there's an orchestra playing your melodies and everything. And, what an incredible. I was just hanging the 50th anniversary, or that's 40th anniversary. And some of my other George Harrison things in the hall going into my little studio, my little music room.
Our little music room.
Our little music room. I'm sorry, my love. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have all your stuff in there, so. Anyway, so yeah, that was it.
That was it.
All right. Off to bed.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired.